Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some Middle Eastern perfumes in my collection. Now this is not something that I've ever really talked about on my channel before, but I have seen an increase in the amount of requests of me to talk about more affordable Middle Eastern perfumes. So you guys know my stance on clones. It's not something that I feel comfortable promoting or talking about on my channel, but there are many beautiful Middle Eastern companies out there that do have original creations. So because of the huge increase in demand of people wanting to hear my thoughts on more Middle Eastern fragrances, I decided that I'm going to start introducing more non-clone, affordable options into my videos. I've been doing quite a bit of research over the last couple of weeks to try to find the best quality, most affordable, original Middle Eastern perfumes to share on my channel, but most importantly, original products. This was very, very important to me. But we're gonna go ahead today and talk about some that I've already had in my collection. I do have a couple new additions that I wanna share my thoughts on. We'll talk about some of the ones that I really love. So we're gonna start off with the first fragrance, which is from Swiss Arabian. This is Oud Tonka. And this is a beautiful, beautiful almond vanilla scent. And this was actually gifted to me for my birthday last year. So I've had this for coming up on a year in my collection. And Swiss Arabian is also a house that I'm very interested in discovering new scents from. This is the only one that I've ever tried. So if you have any in your collection that you love from Swiss Arabian, drop a comment down below and let me know which ones you like and have, or the ones that you're interested in hearing my thoughts on. So I have to say, this one does have a bit of this kind of like Play-Doh-y opening that you can sometimes find in almond-based perfumes, but it does settle pretty quickly after about anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes after you first spray it. That kind of like Play-Doh-y, like synthetic vibe kind of dies down, goes away, and you're just left with this beautiful, beautiful like vanilla almond with cinnamon and a lot of tonka bean. There is quite a bit of sweetness in here with a little bit of orange blossom too. Very like minimal floral element here. It is a bit feminine leaning because of the amount of sweetness. I think that a man could wear this if you really like vanilla dominant scents, but it does lean just a bit feminine to me. But it would be a really great, affordable, like signature fall and winter vanilla dominant perfume. And for around like $45, it's a great value. I've seen this one on Joma Shop for going around like $45. And speaking of Joma Shop, so Joma Shop has offered my viewers some exclusive discount codes if you place an order on their app. So with the code Erica10, you can save $10 off any order over $180, and the code Erica15 will get you $15 off an order of $250 or more. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'm always trying to save you guys money. Oud Tonka is a great option on Joma Shop. So next up, this is another one that I've also had for quite some time on my channel, probably more than a year. This is called Sacred from Louis Cardin, and this is a delicious gourmand. More of a true like unisex gourmand, not like feminine leaning like Oud Tonka is. This is fresher, this is brighter, it's less dense than Oud Tonka. It has a lot of very aromatic spices with dark chocolate, a beautiful dark chocolate note, and very musky as well. I feel like the musk in this is really what kind of helps give it that airy quality too. A bit of caramel and vanilla, but not too like sugary sweet. It's really mostly this super dark chocolate with these beautiful spices. A bit ambery too in the base. This is one that I love. It's really, really good. Sacred from Louis Cardin. So of course we have to talk about Khamrah from Lattafa. And this used to be compared to Angel Share. I think when it first came out, a lot of people were saying that this was a copy of Angel Share. It is not at all. This is a sweet, like very, very sweet date perfume. Date is in like actual dates, like the fruit dates. Super, super prominent date note with spices. This has some sweet praline too, with a little bit of a floral side, with a lot of vanilla, like a lot of vanilla, with the more resinous side from benzoin and myrrh. Just a touch woody in the base. I don't really get anything in this other than that date note and vanilla and like a really sweet praline. I love the date note in this. Michelle from Curly Fragrance actually introduced this to me, and I immediately went went out and bought it. When I smelled this for the first time, she handed me the test strip. I didn't know what it was, and she asked me if it reminded me of anything, and I said no. She's like, is this angel share? I was like, no. This one also, in my opinion, leans a bit feminine, but if you like a very sweet vanilla perfume with a nice kind of like syrupy date note, this is a good option. It's not my favorite. I know that that one gets a lot of hype. I think it's good, but it's not my absolute favorite in my collection. So next up, we have Hayat from Oud Tonka. Now this is a new house that I wanted to try out. I've been seeing a lot of spotlight on this brand recently, especially on like TikTok and Instagram. And first off, I just want to mention that the bottle on this is really beautiful. I was not expecting for the bottle to feel as luxe as it does, like for a $17 or $20 perfume. I love the details on this bottle. Really exotic and beautiful. I love this like gold finish. Like it doesn't really feel cheap. It feels pretty heavy and it feels nice in your hand. The only thing is the cap is a little plasticky, but you can't complain, right? For a $20 perfume, I think we can let the cap go, but the smell is what matters. This smells incredibly rich. This is another like date dominant perfume, but this isn't like Khamrah and how sugary sweet it is. With this, I get more of this really dominant spiciness, like nutmeg, like a rich nutmeg. There is something a little bit like cinnamon-like here too, but I mainly get nutmeg, maybe a little bit of saffron too, and nowhere near as sweet. This is definitely a more unisex option for a date note. I feel like this is perfect for a man, especially if you don't like sticky sweet vanilla perfumes, but you still want something like sexy, kind of semi-gourmand and very spicy. Something very alluring and sexy. I really love this strong nutmeg feel, along with this kind of like dessert-like undertone. It's almost a bit nutty in a way. Not really boozy, but it does smell incredibly rich and decadent. I really like this. If you want like a true date fragrance, you should try this. That isn't too sweet or too like vanillic, you know, something with more emphasis on the spices and dates. Definitely has a really strong like attractive feel to it. I'm impressed and I am pretty interested to try out other fragrances from this house. So that one is Hayat from Oud Tonka. So next up we have Imperial Valley from Kessa. Now this was actually also a birthday gift. This was gifted to me by Demi Rawling. So thank you, Demi, if you're watching. This is a scent that is very hard to find in the US. I'm just gonna put that out there now. I have absolutely no idea where you could find this other than like eBay, but this was such a viral perfume in Dubai like a year ago. And this is an amazing scent. Like I love this. And the bottle is also very cool here too. Once again, the cheap cap, but it's kind of the trade-off for the low price. This opens super leathery, oudy, and fruity. I've seen some reviews comparing this to Baccarat Rouge. I don't get anything like that at all. For me, it's almost like maybe something slightly Aventus-like, but with a ton of leather and oud. Maybe something a little bit sweet in here. Maybe that's what people are relating to Baccarat Rouge 540. This is addicting. This is a statement maker. This is very Middle Eastern, a bit smoky, and if you can find it for a decent price, I would grab it because it's really beautiful. Imperial Valley from Kessa. So of course we have Versasse's Hawas Ice. I just did a whole like in-depth review video of this and comparing it to the Eau de Parfum, and I do prefer this just a bit more than the Eau de Parfum. I love this kind of like plummy, fruity apple and lemon with star anise and cardamom. It's masculine, it's very sexy, fresh, sweet, appealing. It's very well blended, very well balanced, and just a scent that you can't go wrong with. And I love those added elements, that star anise and the plum. It makes it unique enough. It's just a great everyday, fresh, easy to wear, interesting scent. So I do have two more here from Oud Tonka that I recently got in the mail. This one is called Tibyan. Another great ball design. Sorry if you can hear the thunder. Kind of gives you a tropical feeling, and the scent as well Definitely feels very tropical. I don't know anything that I could really compare this to, but what I get from this scent is like a really milky, feminine, like tropical vanilla scent with some flowers, like white flowers, maybe a bit of rose, like a pink rose. It's very bright and airy. I don't really get any spices in this, just a very strong lactonic milkiness. It's very pleasant. I feel like it's a really great Florida scent. I don't know, it feels very like Miami, very relaxed to me, very feminine, really beautiful if you love super lactonic milky vanillas. It's not necessarily fruity or spicy. And then the last one that I have to talk about is Selena. And I'm not so sure about this bottle design. This is definitely not my favorite bottle design at all. And this scent also is definitely inspired by Delina, but definitely it's not the same. It's a much fresher, like way more fresh version with a lot more citrus. It's nowhere near as like dense and thick as Delina, like overpowering as Delina, but you still do get that really juicy lychee and something kind of green in here too. I noticed as it dries, you kind of get this green earthy element and it makes it kind of interesting. It's not as sweet as Delina. I'm still kind of like on the fence about that like greenness. Like, I don't even know if it's patchouli. It doesn't really come off quite like patchouli, but there's definitely this kind of like mossy, dewy, super earthy green element that's interesting. This is going to be probably my least favorite of any that I've tried. But you know, if you want something kind of in the realm of Delina, but not as sweet, not as dense, a little bit fresher and green, this could be a good option for you. But guys, that was just a quick video talking about some of the Middle Eastern perfumes in my collection, some of the ones that I like, some of them that are just kind of mid to me. Let me know in the comments below if you like this type of content. Would you like to hear more about affordable, accessible Middle Eastern brands that are original? I would love to know what you think, so please drop a comment down below. And also if you have any brands that you use and love, because I would love to try them out. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.